Welcome to Help Desk with Joe. This is show number 115. We're climbing right up there. And as always, are you listening to it?
I can hear it, yeah.
Okay.
I can hear it from here.
Okay. All right, yeah, we're checking our sound here. We didn't have very good sound the last show, so checking our sound, making sure everything's working good.
I think it's a conspiracy we're getting silenced.
Joe's talking about crazy stuff. Anyway. Help Desk with Joe and Justin, show 115. We're here, and hopefully the sound is better than last time. So we went through our settings just to double check everything and turn stuff up a little bit. And as always, an interesting show with lots of good stuff dealing with technology and the news you need to know as a consumer, as a user, and as a business.
Yeah.
So a little bit of everything for everybody. And
I thought you were going to say user and abuser.
user and abuser of technology. Well, I will say that. User and abuser of technology. It's amazing. Gosh. Amount of stuff that just drives me crazy. Let me think where I was. Where was I at, Joe? Justin, daggone it. Well, while I'm thinking about it, Justin, fill us in on the collar run.
Yes.
You had 100 and some participants, biggest race we've had yet.
Yeah, a color run has come to Spencer. We had one years ago.
Yeah, Marie Hedges did a fantastic job and
yeah.
Did a great color run for the middle school.
Yeah, we knew we were in for something when maybe we'll have 15, 20 people sign up ahead of time online at runsignup.com, but this time it kept climbing, went over 50. We're like, oh my gosh. Then by the end of it went all the way up to 70. So at that point, I started pulling out more of our digital timing tags and making more because I'd only made 100.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to make like 30, 40 more of these just in case. Good thing I did because, it was 117 total that showed up.
Nice.
For the race.
And all for a good cause. The middle school soccer team raised some funds for their team. I don't know if you know anything about school sports, but they have to raise money to pay for their own uniforms and stuff like that.
Yep. Jack Airport donated powder to them that they were able to sell to people for $5 sort of thing.
Yeah.
To raise money for their team.
And then we had powder stations that we were in charge of or responsible for, which was awesome. And just a good day. Many thanks to the middle school. Annette Claypool, the new principal there, worked with us in short notice. She got the job and moved in on day one, and we immediately said, hey, we'd like to use the school to have this race.
Yeah, I was going to say, hats off to her because I guarantee she got bombarded to the first day off, or first day in the job.
Oh, yeah. A lot of stuff going on at the middle school. It's one of our bigger schools in the county, and Miss Claypool was awesome to work with, so... I'm sure the people out Gary are going to miss her, but good people. They gotta go where they're needed. So
yeah, who knew throwing powder around could get so many people fired up to come out? But it's a good thing because it got everyone out on the 3K course, a little under 2 miles, and got some exercise and had some fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so I still can't remember where I was. Popped in somewhere to grab something to eat and just saw a family beside us that all 5 of them on their phones the whole time. It was crazy. No conversation hardly, just a phone.
And they was probably texting each other.
I don't know, but I sat there for a little bit and I was like, oh, I'm going to have a stroke. And
texting a friend, this is so boring. I'm with my family.
Yeah. I don't know. It bothered me. I was like, my gosh, I just can't handle it.
Well, one thing I don't understand is, like, if you're in the same room with someone, instead of having a conversation like this or sitting texting each other, I don't get that much enjoyment out of texting on my phone. I find it way easier to have a conversation with the person that I'm sitting next to versus sitting there texting them.
I'm assuming the kids were playing games and the adults were cruising Facebook.
Probably.
That's just my assumption. I have no idea. All I know is that we were there for about 40 minutes and the whole time, phones. So that's like hardly any conversation. I was like, this is the demise of America right here, by golly.
Yep.
We're just going to sit on our phones. So speaking of phones and technology,
good segue.
So there's the abuse that I was referring to that Joe led me down that road. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome anytime.
Let's talk about the technology news that you're bringing to the community here. Let's start with Apple.
Okay, so just a heads up, spoiler alert. This week's tip of the week, we're going to go to an in-depth discussion of the new products coming from Apple. But first, let's talk about one of the new problems that's already coming out with one.
But
of the
wait,
new
there's
Apple.
more.
Yeah.
Hold on. So the first story is problems.
Yeah, with Apple's newest product, their newest products they just released.
You're welcome, Justin. Justin no longer has to take the brow beating for being an Apple user. Yeah.
Former user.
Yeah.
So
You stepped off that train.
Yeah.
So last Friday you could start ordering the new Apple iPhone 14.
Yeah.
And the 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max. They got 3 different models. Well, one of the new features that you get is a camera shake.
A what?
A camera shake. So you open up the camera app and all of a sudden your camera just starts shaking.
On purpose?
No.
Oh. You're being sarcastic.
Yes.
Welcome to this newest feature.
Yeah.
How does that happen? You know, I in this day and age, you'd think they would do like beta testing where, you know, people beat these phones up, try them out, make sure everything's good, then they make them.
Right.
Do they just skip that process now?
Yeah, because you can't be the latest and greatest. Because we'll just fix it afterward.
Yeah, I know. And I've heard you say that before. Don't worry about it. We'll work the bugs out later.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to me, though.
Yeah. So Apple's fixing the iPhone 14 Pro's camera shake.
Bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
Joe, you got me started on that now. Next meeting I'm in, I'm throwing that out.
So Apple is going to release a software update to fix an issue with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max where using the camera in third-party apps like Snapchat, Instagram, or TikTok would lead a shaking image and grinding or buzzing noises coming from the camera bump. The company is, quote, aware of the issue and a fix will be released next week, end quote, according to a statement emailed to The Verge by Apple spokesperson Alex Kirshner. When reports of the bug started hitting over the weekend, it wasn't clear if the issue was with third-party apps themselves or in iOS 16, though the cameras functioned just fine in Apple's own app. Imagine that. Given that it's Apple's releasing an update, it appears the issue is with Apple and its own software rather than the third-party apps. Apple's statement doesn't say exactly what's causing the issue. There's been speculation that it came down to the phone's optical image stabilization system, which isn't a bad guess given that its job is literally to move parts of the camera around. According to Apple's website, the regular iPhone 14, which doesn't appear to have the issue, also has this system, but a Pro uses a new version which is not found on the regular model. So if you have a new iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max and your camera is shaking violently, if you're trying to
Throw it in the river.
Yeah. When you're trying to use Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat, you're welcome.
Throw it away now.
Yeah.
Don't even question it. Just throw it.
Yeah.
Gosh. That is crazy. How disappointing is that? That's like going and buying a new car and the wheels falling off. And you're just like, oh, man.
Oh, well, yeah, considering the price point on the Pro and Pro Max are $999 and $1,099. So spend $1,000 and you get a halfway working device.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Number 1, how many numbers can you just keep going up that you think that becomes viable? Like they're on 14. Are they going to go to like 27?
Probably.
I mean, be more original. Come on. Number 2, how much longer do you think Apple can get away with this before people start jumping ship for real? Is there still that notoriety, I guess, that, hey, I'm an Apple guy or girl?
They have drank the Kool-Aid.
And you think it'll be like that forever?
Yep.
Wow.
Because if you look at the trend, they're
getting huge data breaches.
Yeah.
Huge hacks, and now their equipment stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing where they're saying, hey, everybody immediately update your phone because something went.
Yeah, your phone
not
could
good.
be taken over, complete control and completely out of your control.
Yeah, and that's becoming more frequent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like just a couple months ago we had the same announcement, and then now their new products stink.
Yeah, I got out just in time. I'm thankful.
Yeah. Attaboy. Now who are we going to give a hard time to? Cena?
Yeah.
Cena, throw it over the hill.
Yeah. Do it.
Joe will take care of it.
Yeah. Well, I was just informed Miss Kayla was calling me in the hallway, and her daughter and Seder in the same class. Well, I guess Kayla's daughter came home and told her that the teachers told the kids, said, "Don't worry, guys. If any of the iPads break, Sadie's dad can fix them."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I agree. I say the same thing. That we
Yeah.
were in there with our laptops yesterday. Like, don't worry, I'll call Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our attendance laptops was on the kaput, and like, don't worry, I'll call Joe.
Yeah. I got this.
No big deal. I know a guy.
Who knows a guy?
Yeah. He knows stuff. Huh? To Apple on the fritz.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Right out of the barrel.
Jeez.
That's got to be, I don't know, crippling.
Well, no spoilers for later in the show, but there's gonna be some more Apple stuff, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about all the new stuff that came down the pike.
New half-working devices.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is that on the cell phone store too, though? Because then they got people bringing them back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
that's
it's just a huge.
yeah, customer service nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now you have to tell the customer, yeah, I know you just spent $1,000 on that brand new device, but wait a little bit and then it'll be fully functional.
Yeah, man.
Wonder when they're testing it, they're like, well, it does shake violently sometimes, but let's just go with it.
Yeah, nobody's going to notice.
Who needs to take pictures or videos?
Yeah, who uses Instagram and TikTok? I mean, really?
Yeah, that birthday party's not important.
Yeah. Or that latest dance move isn't that important. Well, could you guys use some good news?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? What is it? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday.
Yes.
Let's have some good news, Joe.
Well, this is more interesting news than anything.
Oh, is this second story?
Yes.
All right.
Ford drivers could begin getting alerts from nearby pedestrians' phones.
Really?
Yes.
Wait a minute. What?
So here's what's going on. Ford is working on a mobile app designed to alert drivers to pedestrians and bicyclists nearby. The app, scheduled to debut at the Intelligent Transportation Safety Society of America's World Congress in Los Angeles this week, uses Bluetooth Low Energy to send a location alert from a pedestrian or cyclist smartphone to passing Ford vehicles equipped with the infotainment system. The system then calculates potential crash I can't speak.
Crash risks?
Thank you. Providing screen and audio alerts. Ford said it will demonstrate the technology using T-Mobile's 5G advanced network solution, as well as research from Comsignia, PSS, Ohio State University, and Tome Software. The technology has other potential uses, including detecting construction zones and construction workers, according to Ford. The automaker said the function is intended to complement.
Hold on, time out.
Okay.
You mean the big flashing lights, all the orange cones, and their green light reflecting vests aren't enough?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't get in accidents. And, yeah.
I mean, I can see,
Unfortunately-
like, if they're mowing or something, because they don't do a lot of leadway there and going
Right.
around the mowers and stuff, and the garbage trucks. Holy cow. Garbage
Yeah.
trucks definitely need it.
Yeah.
Those cats don't even pull off the road most of the time.
No. Well, there's some spots around here there's not much road for them to pull off.
Well, it doesn't bother me except in turns.
Yes.
Coming around a turn, man, there's a trash truck.
Yeah.
I
And literally nowhere to go.
Yeah. I mean, I drive fairly slow now, but
But still.
somebody dies on Route 2 every day, it seems like. It's crazy how dangerous that road is. Old 35 is super dangerous.
47 when I lived up in Parkersburg, it was nothing.
Yeah, 47.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, not to interrupt, Joe, but what's this low energy Bluetooth? Does that have more range than a regular Bluetooth?
No, Bluetooth Low Energy is the latest Bluetooth technology. It doesn't use as much power as regular Bluetooth, so it doesn't eat away at your battery as much.
Does it go as far?
Yeah, you'd hope it would go further, like 100 feet or more, but...
It goes about the same distance.
Huh. That might be too late at that point. You're like, hey, there's somebody 20 feet away from you.
Well, right. Well, the Bluetooth usually works about 20 to 30 feet. But what's nice with it though is its capability is it's going to communicate with the cars. So let's say I'm driving down Market Street beside the courthouse, and you're at the red light. and you're getting ready to cross the street, well, I'm not paying a bit of attention. It can pick your Bluetooth up on your phone 30 feet away, and then it'll immediately start slowing the car down, so I'll be less likely to hit you.
What if I want to zoom you, though, Joe?
Well, you still have full control to do that.
Okay. I got you.
It's at least doing its job, saying, hey, Justin's up ahead, so we're going to slow down, but if you punch the gas, that's on you.
Yeah.
So it might be good for kind of lower speed situations than somebody coming through at 60 miles an hour. Then
Right.
it might not alert you in time.
Right.
That there's.
Yes. So the automaker said the function is intended to complement and not replace its Copilot 360 Advanced Driver Assistance System. The safety package includes features such as automatic lane keeping and blind spot assistance, and that's some of the stuff, some of the features we've featured on the show when we did the reviews on the new Ford Ranger and the Broncos, where Nathan was showing me where it would keep you in your lane while you're driving, and it would detect the vehicle ahead of you, and it automatically starts slowing down.
That's a great feature.
Yes.
I had a rental car 2 years ago and drove out to Colorado to see Austin, and I went 30-some miles without touching the steering wheel. Now, it would tell you need to move the steering wheel. It'd give you an alert off every 10 minutes or so, but
yeah.
I mean, literally, it would bump itself back into the center of the road, and for his car in front of us, it'd slow us down.
Now, Cena's car, it won't correct you, but it'll at least alert you that if you're, cross the line or whatever. That doesn't work. I'd turn that thing off, because West Virginia roads, that does not.
Oh, God, you can't. It annoyed me on crooked roads. When we got back to West Virginia, I was like, all right, off. But, out west, out on the interstate,
right?
Wherever, we literally drove straight for a half hour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, I just sat there and put one hand lazily on the wheel and just all the way down. I didn't steer, really.
Nice.
I'd feel it bump, just push it back.
Yes.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, so this new feature, I'm interested to watch it play out and see how it works.
Oh, yeah. Well, this sounds like our local Ford guy can give us more information, too, as it comes out.
Yeah, so I'm
Go
going
down
to
and see Quentin or Nathan, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm going to put a pin on this and reach out to the guys when we...
I know. I gave Nathan a hard time last week. I stopped by there to do a video for the Color Run, and I was like, man, where's the Ford Bronco? I never did get to drive that sucker. He's like, well, I got a Ranger now. And, or what? No, he's Maverick.
Maverick, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maverick now. And I was like, when'd you get Maverick? He's like, we did a video on it, man. I was like, that's true. I'm just lost. But anyway, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Us and our friends.
Yeah, so,
right,
so if you have one of the newer vehicles that has the Copilot 360, heads up, more features are coming.
Nice.
Which I'm excited about.
I mean, if you're in a area with lots of pedestrians and you're just driving down the street, is it going to be like, hey, there's somebody here? Like, if there's people all up the street on the sidewalk, it's like, it's going to let you know every single person.
Right, and I think their approach on that is to decrease the chance of somebody darting out in front of you.
Yeah.
A kid or whatever.
Well,
because it's already known that there's a lot of people around here, so let's...
It might adjust as well for urban areas and just say, okay, it's going to be a constant 15 miles an hour, for instance, or something like that, where it bumps the brakes or whatever.
Right.
It's interesting. It's amazing how much stuff they have. I mean, I don't know. I think my car is 2016, and I don't have any of these good things.
Yeah.
Old school car.
Old school, yeah.
Now,
my car I drive to work every day is 2004. It is old school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think you could nail Ford down on a direct answer to this, but my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, I think this is one more step to fully autonomous vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they put this technology in and go, well, look how well it works.
Yep. Leads to the next step.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll be taking a nap while my car's driving.
Well, yeah, we're so close to fully autonomous vehicles. I mean,
yeah.
And this is just one step closer.
Hey, I've seen some people drive. They need it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, there are some drivers from a certain state that this would help them tremendously.
Will it though?
We'll give you a license, but it's only a license to sit in a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't operate it.
I'm going to bring up Ohio Drag Race.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was in one the other day, and I was in West Virginia. I was like, what the heck? Now it's coming across the border.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well, go to Parkersburg. It's like that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And every time you look at it, it's Ohio plate. Okay,
yeah.
so since we're calling them out, yes, I'm talking about Ohio drivers.
Yeah, yeah. I will gladly talk about Ohio drivers.
Well, I was
man.
trying to be respectful, but okay, let's be honest.
You can only encounter it so many times, and it's the same plate that you have to
Yes.
form a.
So if you're not familiar with what an Ohio drag race is, that's when the person in the fast lane is going the exact same. They pull up beside somebody in the slow lane, and then slow down and go the exact same speed. So nobody's drag racing anybody, but they're just blocking both lanes.
Yeah.
And it's usually a knucklehead Ohio driver because in Ohio, for some reason, they drive slow in the passing lane or the fast lane.
Yeah.
I don't know which of those two terms they don't understand in Ohio, but it is ridiculous.
Well, I've come to the conclusion that they give, like, when a person's born in Ohio, they go, here's your social security card, here's your driver's license. They just give it to you at
By the
birth.
way, here's a disclaimer: drive slow in the fast lane.
Yeah. So, and that's one of my pet peeves. Anytime we go to Parkersburg, and 9 times out of 10, if there's something dumb going on in a parking lot or in Parkersburg anywhere, it's an Ohio driver.
Oh yeah.
My cousin Dina lives up there, and went out to eat with her a couple weekends ago, and we sitting there talking, and somehow the conversation brought up Ohio drivers, and she said, "Yeah, and they can't drive either." And I looked at the scene, I said, "See," and Dina works for an insurance company, so I was like, "She should know."
Oh yeah. She's got firsthand information on
Yeah.
how bad it is. Gosh.
And Cena's going, "I can't win."
You're saying Ohio drivers are almost as bad as Work County drivers? Is that where you're going with this, Joe?
Oh no, Cena gets tired of hearing me gripe about it.
Yeah.
Yes, and she thinks I'm just kind of blowing it out of proportion. I'm going, nope.
No.
This lady lives here all the time.
It
Lived
is
here
facts.
forever.
Facts. Ohio drag races.
And just driving in
I
general.
don't understand. And in the last one that I saw, the person in the slow lane actually ended up going faster than them. So people were going around in the slow lane to pass them now, and they were just driving along as if nothing was
there's
unusual.
nothing.
And I'm like, take the hint, buddy.
I would love to see what Ohio driver's license requirement course is. Like, if you hit less than 3 cars, you pass. Or...
They don't even have an inspection deal for their vehicles over there, so they can drive whatever hunk of junk they want, whether it has good brakes, bad brakes, tires
or brakes,
falling
period.
off. Yeah, the bed rusting. I saw one truck that was tilted like this, in the middle where the frame had broke through.
Yeah.
Just driving down the road. I was like, great.
And to think your son's up there in school now.
I know.
Get that warm, fuzzy feeling of indigestion.
Jeez Louise. Anyway. So Ford doing good stuff. If you have any questions about this, go down to the local Ford dealership, Jack Garrett Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Quentin or Nathan or Ben. They'll be more than happy to help you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then third story, Joe, what do you got for us?
What the heck's LastPass?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so
I've heard that maybe.
LastPass is a program that I use, but I've got some bad news about them, but
Oh,
it's not
no.
terrible.
Well, here's the good news. You told me I should maybe think about using it. I didn't. So I don't do
Yeah.
that.
That's why you don't.
I have the same
That's why-
password for everything, Joe.
Are you just like wanting to get reviews for like watching me stroke out live on the air or
Well,
something?
hey, listen, Green Kangaroo 21 is really easy to remember.
Well, I got to give you credit. At least it's not password 1 or 1Password or.
Well, that's what I used to have, and then you got on me, so I changed it. So now
Change it to
everything's
password 1
just
too.
Green Kangaroo 21. How about that?
So LastPass was hacked, but luckily, thanks to its security features, no user data was compromised.
Wow. Well, how does that happen? How do they get hacked?
So here's what
Or they
happened.
just mean like an attempted hack, or?
No, in August, LastPass had admitted that an unauthorized party gained entry into its system. Any news about a password manager getting hacked can be alarming, but the company is now reassuring its users that their logins and other information were not compromised in the event. In his latest update about the incident, LastPass CEO Karim Tabua, I apologize, I know I just slaughtered that, said the company's investigation with cybersecurity firm Mandiant had revealed that a hacker had internal access to its system for 4 days. They were able to steal some of the password manager's source code and technical information, but their access was limited to the services development environment that isn't connected to customers' data and encrypted vaults. Further, the CEO pointed out that LastPass has no access to users' master passwords, which are needed to decrypt their vaults. The CEO said there's no evidence that this incident involved any access to customer data or encrypted password vaults. They also found no evidence of unauthorized access beyond those 4 days, and that any traces that the hacker injected into systems with malicious code. The CEO explained that the bad actor was able to infiltrate the service's systems by compromising a developer's endpoint. So they had hacked one of the developer's computers and used it as the gateway to get in.
It's pretty wild that they had 4 days, but yet didn't get like what I would assume would be important information.
Yes.
So kudos to LastPass for having that strong of a system.
Yes, security system, yes.
I mean, 4 days seems like a long time.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
The hacker impersonated the developer once the developer had successfully authenticated using multi-factor authentication. So they had multi-factor authentication, but yet the developer still figured out a way to get the hacker in.
You know, and it's almost like Apple should talk with LastPass and get some of their security features.
Yeah.
Partner up.
Bum.
Yeah. Bloody brilliant. So, to answer your question, Dave, LastPass is a password vault.
I might have heard of that.
Yes, so we use it and love it. Have used the paid version for a long time. And with what LastPass does is all you have to remember is the master password. You have to remember one password, and then it remembers the rest.
Oh, great. Green Kangaroo, still my deal then.
No, because you're supposed to have different passwords for every website you use.
Right.
And LastPass will remember all of them because I can't tell you half my passwords because they're all jumbled code this long.
Mm-hmm.
And LastPass remembers it, and if I log into a website, LastPass only picks it up and just injects it automatically. Kind of like when you save a password in your browser. Well, that's this, but done correctly because it's encrypted. And then, and what's really nice is if you update your password, LastPass will pop up a notification and say, "Hey, we've noticed you've updated your password on this website. Do you want to update that? Update LastPass? Yes, please. Update. You're done."
Yeah, it's all taken care of.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Well, that sounds great. I can't believe you're just now telling me about this.
Are we really going down this road?
I know. Joe, you've mentioned LastPass to me like 20 times in the past 2 years.
But yet you still won't listen.
No. Cannot.
Yep.
What? What's wrong with Green Kangaroo?
Nothing other than it's not secure, and now everybody knows it.
Sometimes things can't be helped.
You can't unring that bell.
Yeah, the boys are doing some maintenance next door, so they'd turn the lights on.
All right.
Is that a paid service, I assume?
Yeah, they actually have a free version and a paid version. But now the paid version...
How do they have a free version? That seems weird.
The free version, you can either run it on just your phone or just your computer. But to sync it up between both devices, you have to actually use both.
Which you pretty much have to do.
Now, it's really expensive.
I'm gonna throw this out there to you, Joe.
Okay.
You know who the My Pillow guy is, right?
Yes.
I saw on the news yesterday. I'm just gonna throw this out there to you. So this guy claims the whole thing. He was in Hardee's. The FBI took his phone, whatever. Sitting in his office, he claims that he does all his business on his phone because he doesn't have a computer.
I can see that.
No way.
There are...
How in the world could you run a business just from a phone? I mean, I know it can do all the stuff. It can.
Right.
But how impractical is it to sit there and use your phone to draft up like contracts or anything like that? I mean, I can't imagine my world without my computer. Now, don't get me wrong. My phone will do some great things.
Right.
You know, it's capable of doing everything. You know, I was just thinking when you said sync with your computer and all
right.
that. You know, it's definitely capable of doing a Word document if I had to, or, you know, whatever. But
right.
My goodness.
Well, I will give you a perfect example. And I have a customer that they make the same claim that they run their entire business from their phone. And you're mentioning writing up contracts and all that. Well, think about it. These companies have people that work for them, and that's their entire job is to write up the contracts. So if I'm working for you and you need a contract written up, you're paying me to write up the contract, so why would you need the computer if I'm
Because I want to read said contract to make sure everything is
Okay,
good.
well, I type it up and I email you a copy, and you sit and look at it on your phone.
That's crazy talk.
But think about
No,
it.
I'm with you. I mean, and the only reason I have any comparison is just because we, here at Patch, we do a ton of paperwork.
Exactly.
And without having it on a computer to where I can edit real quick and do it, I just find that highly inefficient.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. That is not an efficient business if
Right.
one of the main guys does not have a computer to print stuff, look at stuff, edit stuff, and do it very efficiently. I just can't imagine doing it from my phone. I don't see how your phone could be work effective.
Yeah.
Now, hey, if you're out on the road and you're, whatever, great. But I mean, even still, I like taking a laptop with me if I'm going to do work somewhere.
Right.
Just because ease of accessibility.
Right.
And practicality, and most definitely efficiency.
Right.
But I don't know. It's just crazy. When he made that claim, I was like, "What? Talking about what?" Nah, I gotta have at least a laptop,
Right.
or a tablet or something.
Right.
Anyway,
so
I figured you'd be like, "Yeah, no way," because I mean, you pack your laptop everywhere.
Oh yeah. Well,
But you're a tech guy. So.
Yeah. My job. I have to have a computer for diagnostics and all that.
So it didn't give you the cold sweats. Here's somebody says I just do everything from my phone.
Nope. Not at all.
Man.
Because I have one customer right off the top of my head that they say the same thing. Yeah. Because the other owner of the business said, hey, they need a new computer. And I said, okay, no problem. Priced it out, got it ordered. And they said, well, I don't know why they said I need a new computer because I don't use it.
I don't need a computer while I'm out fishing. You kidding me?
It's one of those, I don't ask. I was told to order it.
Yeah.
Here you go. They said, well, thank you, but
I
do everything from right
so
here.
So the next words out of their mouth were, I don't do a whole lot anyway, so I don't really need a computer. While I'm out golfing and fishing, no laptop needed. That's a waste of money.
So the pricing for LastPass, I kind of say it tongue-in-cheek when I say it's really expensive.
Yeah.
They're high-end package, so you can get the free version or you can use the paid version, which is $3 a month, or you can get a family plan for $4 a month.
Right.
Then on the business side, you can get the cheap version for $4 a month, or the most expensive package at $6 a month.
Gotcha.
So very affordable and worth every penny.
Yeah.
Because Cena and I, we use it multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Because we have so many passwords between websites that.
Oh yeah. You guys do a ton of stuff. It's not a surprise.
It just makes life so much easier.
I just stick with my old green kangaroo. Not a big deal.
Okay, when I get that call, hey Joe, my bank account is run dry and I literally have nothing. I can't get in my emails, nothing. I'm going to say, as Sheldon says, I informed you thusly. I informed you thusly.
Don't worry, I'm going to change it to Purple Monkey as soon as this show's over.
Well, there, I feel better now.
Yeah, there you go. What harm could come from Purple Monkey?
Exactly.
Monkeys are so fun. Anyway. All right, so you got some new Apple products rolling out.
Yes. Well, I don't, but Apple does.
And you're going to tell us about it.
Yeah. So, Apple had their keynote a couple weeks ago, and they first started releasing their products.
Do they do it the same way as like when Steve Jobs was there, have a big stage? And
I didn't watch this most recent one, but when COVID hit, they turned it to virtual.
Right.
So I don't know if they went back to in person or not.
But I mean, do they still do like these big product launches
Oh, yeah.
where a person comes out on the stage and make a big show of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big dog and pony show.
Okay.
So here's the down and dirty quick rundown on what's new from Apple. So one of the new phones is the Apple iPhone 14. And as far as changes and new oohs and ahs, there's not really much going on with it. So if you have an iPhone 13, there's not really a need to upgrade to the 14. See, we're telling you what the news won't tell you.
Yeah.
So there's not much change between it and the iPhone 13.
Wait a minute, which one has the shaky camera?
The 14 Pro and Pro Max.
See, that's something new, Joe.
Well, but we're not down to that feature. We're not down to that model yet.
Oh, okay.
This is just the regular iPhone 14.
Gotcha.
So do you guys want to play Price is Right on the new iPhone 14?
Oh, gosh. $1,000.
$9.99.
$799.
Ooh.
So Apple has improved with a better graphics processor and improved performance over last year's phone. It still has the same 12 megapixel cameras last year, so there's no change on the camera, but there is a bigger sensor to improve low light photos.
Well, this is what I'll say. At least you're not paying out the eyes for superior products
True.
or inferior products, depending on how you look at it.
Right.
They're going to tell you superior, but I'm going to say
Yeah.
at least you're no longer getting price gouge on, the hack away at me iPhones.
Right. So the next, they have another model. It's called the iPhone 14 Plus, and it's same thing, basically the iPhone 14, but with just a bigger screen. It has a 6.7-inch screen and a bigger battery versus the regular iPhone 14, which is a 6.1-inch screen. Otherwise, it's the same thing. So if you're just wanting an iPhone 14 but a bigger screen, the iPhone 14 Plus is your pick.
Yep.
Now here's the fun ones that we was talking about that you get the bonus shaking feature for at least another week. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, easily the biggest surprise of the day, as that these devices aren't the pricing on those are $999 and $1,099 starting out. They include a 48 megapixel main shooter camera lens, and the notch is gone and is replaced by a cutout named Dynamic Island that incorporates animations and notifications on the phone screen.
Sounds pretty cool.
The next device up is the Apple Watch 8. It's more evolved and it's not completely groundbreaking. It's going to start at $399 for the GPS only version. Big changes include a new temperature sensor geared toward helping women with reproductive planning and a low power mode that doubles the battery life.
Man, they've got half the features of the new smartwatches.
Yeah. Although
for a low price of $400.
Yeah, but it's new.
Gosh.
Hence the Back to the Future meme again.
Yeah. I don't understand how much longer they think they can get away with that. I mean, I know you're saying the diehards still buy their stuff, but I mean, come on.
Say, look at their stock price. That'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
Are they significantly bigger than Samsung, or are they kind of somewhat competitive? Those two.
They're about neck and neck.
Really?
With Apple having a little more leeway.
Yeah.
The Apple Watch SE, the 2022 version.
Ooh, their stock is down today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because the cams are shaking. The Apple Watch SE, Apple seems to follow its iPhone SE's naming structure by slapping a year rather than a number at the end of its less expensive entry-level device. The latest Apple Watch SE gets crash detection and low battery mode features found in the Apple Watch 8, and its starting price also drops to, you guys want to guess? So the new Apple Watch 8 is $399. So do you want to guess what the cheaper version costs?
Jeez. $299?
Justin?
$399.
$249.99.
Dang it.
Wow.
So,
Well, I can see how they could get away with that a little bit because for June 2022, they only made $35 billion.
was that all?
Yeah. Now, the average gross profit was $167 billion. Which you're right, Joe. Their stock should be good because they increased 17.92% over 1 year, and over 2 years, 45%.
There you go.
So they're still cranking it out stock-wise.
So the next, so they advertised another watch model. It's called the Apple Watch Ultra, and it is basically an Apple Watch 8 Pro. It now offers model offers a 49 millimeter size and twice the baseline battery life. Apple's promising more precise GPS tracking as well. And do you guys want to guess the starting price on the Apple Watch Ultra?
What was the one before that?
The cheapest one was $249, and the most expensive one that we've discussed so far was $399. And this is the high-end model.
$699.
$499.
Justin was closest, starting price at $799.
What?
Yes,
For a watch?
Yes. With more precise GPS tracking, which kind of bothers me.
Yeah, I know. Why don't they have that in a regular watch?
Yeah, it's okay, if you buy the cheap version, we'll get you within a 1 mile radius.
I mean, I have the cheap Garmin that does GPS. It's like a active one, one of the actives. It's old.
Right.
But I can see on my runs on Strava, and walks and stuff, it'll show like if I from lane 8 to lane 1 on the track, it'll show me veer over.
Right.
Like occasionally I'll go over and kick a soccer ball back on the field or something, and it'll show me veering from lane 8 to 1, which I mean that's only 10 feet, 15 feet maybe.
But
how much more accurate can you get, or how less accurate can you get for a high-end watch?
yeah, and exactly when it says it's a GPS, and the whole job of GPS is to pinpoint exactly where you are.
And I don't understand that either, because the GPS system uses, like I know when we used to do geocaching stuff, it would pull up 6 different satellites to triangulate where you were.
Right.
And could get you within 3 feet.
Right.
And this is 10 years ago.
Right.
So
why should you have to tout that it's
yeah,
more precise?
And how much more precise can you get than what we already have?
Exactly, unless you're like within an inch.
Yeah.
I don't know. So they even announced new earbuds, the AirPods Pro 2. You guys want to guess the price on the AirPods?
$400 probably.
Justin?
Yep.
$249.
Not bad.
They have a new chip inside, along with low distortion audio driver and custom amplifier for improved sound. So you'll be able to use the front camera on your iPhone to create a customized spatial audio profile, while other features like active noise cancellation have been improved, and battery life is now 6 hours per playback.
Jeez.
So that concludes all of the new products from Apple.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know.
No new whatever their
iPads?
iMac.
No, those, I think they did those over the summer, I think. But this was just their...
I remember those price tags being pretty hefty.
Oh, they still are.
Yeah.
You would like I used to go on their website and like max it out just for fun to see what the price tag would be, and it's like you can go $50,000-$60,000.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, on like the biggest high end.
Hey,
Justin, I'm looking on Strava. How come 1/8 of the mile has been hidden from the start and end points of my activity?
That's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Using your watch for that?
Yeah.
So you'd run on a track and it comes up short?
I mean, it shows it to me in gray, but it says it's hidden. I guess hidden from everybody else.
Oh yeah, that's if you don't want people to know where your house is, basically. If you started your watch right outside your front door.
That's a new feature, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Huh.
I'm guessing that's what it is. I didn't know. Maybe they made that default now for everybody unless you change it, but
I see some color run stuff on here.
really? All right.
Yeah, Facebook was blowing up this weekend with the color stuff.
Yeah.
We're not messing around.
I was excited for you guys. I was like, this is awesome. So I'm on Apple's website right now trying to completely max out on a Mac Pro, iMac Pro.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Good luck to our buddy Quentin, who is going to do a triathlon this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
116-mile bike ride.
Holy
Marathon.
cow.
2-mile swim, something like that. All in one day with no motorized scooter or anything allowed.
Well, is it going to like come with its own ambulance?
They'll be around, I think, if you need them.
I don't understand, man. That's unfathomable to me. But that's what I was talking to Quentin there the other day, yesterday actually, and I was like, man, I don't know. And then I was talking to you as well, Justin. Mm-hmm. It's weird to think, I run anywhere from 2 to 4 miles at any given time. Doubling that to 8 is like a challenge.
Right.
I can't imagine 26.
Well, and
I wouldn't be able to feel my legs.
Well, not including everything else that's included in that all in one day.
I'm just saying just the 26-mile run.
Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I can't even start to wrap my brain around the swim and the bike.
Right.
Whew. I mean, the bike, I could probably do the bike that didn't have like big hills.
Yeah, if it was all down.
But I ride a road bike.
If it was all downhill, I could do 100 miles.
Well,
no
I meant, the hills would eat you up.
Yeah.
I weigh a lot. It's hard to carry this much weight uphill. But, thinking I ride my bike anywhere between 15 and 20 miles, and by the time I'm done, my legs are done and my butt is done from the small seat. I can't imagine.
5 times that.
Yeah, my gosh. I don't understand. I like the idea of people pushing themselves and all that, and I want to push myself, but man.
Well, you said, didn't you do a mini one though? One time.
I did a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back when I was in beast mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
And that's a half marathon and
1 mile swim and
yeah.
Bike and
50-mile ride or something.
We were down at Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia, long time ago. Shoot, 25 years ago now. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Blew my knee out and then did it because it was in 3 weeks, and I was like, I'm already in shape. I'm doing this.
Oh man.
Came back and my doctor's like, what did you do? Like, I don't know, but you gotta fix it.
Yeah, that's what I'm paying you for.
It's like, you're supposed to have surgery and your knee's the size of a watermelon. It's like, this is true.
That's why I'm here.
There's gonna be lots of ice and elevation in the future. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I was on Apple's website, and for completely maxed out. Now that's not including the additional software, but a fully customized Mac Pro, as much hardware as you can get, $52,448.
Dang.
Or I can order it on a payment plan right now, and spread that out over 12 months at only $4,370.66 per month.
I could buy a house for that.
I know.
And the house wouldn't run out of technological achievements in 2 years
it
either.
wouldn't need. I wouldn't have to buy a new house in 5 years.
Yeah. Gosh, that's ridiculous, man.
Like, well, looking at the specs, what I spec'd it out at, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I would literally have no need for this much power. Like, I don't know what I would do with.
Would you be able to build a comparable PC with those sort of specs, or would that be?
Justin, for $43,000, we could buy the company that makes them.
Yeah. Yeah, you can build. Yeah, because it's basically a server at this point is what you're buying. So yeah, you can get
That's
a server
craziness.
with this kind of specs. But
That'd probably be 10,000.
For $43,000, we could fly to China to the people that actually make this and buy it on the side.
yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah, and still have money left over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we could still eat out and sightsee and probably fly back home in a private jet. It's craziness. Craziness. I'm still stuck on Strava. I'll tell you what, Strava's been a great thing. This is his brainchild.
Mm-hmm.
Do you partake, Joe?
It's been a while since I've been in Strava, but yes.
I know, I was giving you a hard
I
time.
know.
But
Call me out in front of everybody.
I know.
Well, my biggest issue is, like, if I'm out somewhere, like, doing a lot of walking, I don't even think about hitting Strava.
It's hard to get used to it.
Yeah.
But man, we have some people in the community who are just doing awesome stuff. And and you get to see it on Strava. And I know it's weird in the fact that it's kind of awkward, I guess, to sit there and say, well, I know how much this person's exercising or whatever.
Right.
But I look at it in the terms of, look at all the people that are active in our community.
Yeah.
And an amazing amount so.
Right.
And the collar run's just another justification of that, and
right.
all these walk/runs we have and all the exercise fitness classes we have going on in the community. It's just wonderful to see, because and this is why I say that, if we didn't have Strava, we'd never know.
Right.
As a community, just how much good stuff is going on.
Right.
Because, everything, newspaper does bad, bad news sells.
Right.
News stories on TV's bad news. Yahoo's mostly bad news.
Right.
But man, we can see lots of great stuff here, and it's just one tool that, gives us an insight to that.
Yeah, because that was like the summer we went to, when we was on vacation. We do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
And we went to Pinnacle Rock in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And we actually went out and walked around part of the mountain. And it's like, I'd love to have figured out how much I'd walked, but it's one of those I didn't think of till after the fact to turn on Strava. It's like, I'm not walking back out there just to track a walk and come back.
Yeah.
I'm tired at this point. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I've got to say, I was pretty mad at myself I ran and I stopped my watch to tie my shoe or something like that. Like you just stop it real quick. And then when I started again, I missed the button and I didn't notice it.
Oh.
I know I ran like probably a good half mile and I looked at my watch real quick. I was like, oh, crap. And I had the same thought. I was like, I could double back.
Yeah, but.
And stop my watch, run back, and then start it again and run back. And I was like, I'm going to run an extra mile just so I could have it on Strava. I was like, no.
Yeah, and still show that you're half mile short.
That's a good point. I need to look and see how it actually did.
Well, now, there is a way that you can manually add time or distance on there. I did see that because there was somewhere I did a walk or something at one point, and I didn't log it, and then I could actually go back in manually and do it.
Yeah, you can manually add them in, but I mean, I wouldn't go add in a half a mile.
But I just like doing it with the actual GPS, and then that way I know it's much more accurate.
Well, I need to look and see what actually happened. I'm not sure what day it was.
Yeah, a bit of a
Saturday, maybe.
honor system then there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have people out there just, oh yeah, I walked 5 miles today.
Yeah, if you see somebody show that they walked 25 miles in one day and it's not Quentin, or
Yeah,
that's Denise. We were looking through it one day, and Denise had like 52,000 miles on one walk. And I was like, hey, Denise, did you go somewhere? She's like, no, what are you talking about? And then we looked at it, and it's like, it's got to be a glitch.
yeah.
But
yeah, we had someone in the group claiming they had swam from like Clay County to Charleston. It was like 50 miles in creeks along the road.
oh, so yeah, my run,
Just driving around.
it cut out that part. Daggone it. Huh.
I think that person got booted because they kept putting crazy stuff, just driving around in their car. It's like, man.
Why did you kick me out, Justin? Come on, man. I was making up some ground.
I was like, if you're going to lie, at least make it a believable lie. Don't make it sound like you swam 3 counties in
ran
one day.
faster than any human ever has.
Yeah.
And swam 3 counties.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What are we talking about again?
I forget.
We was talking about Apple, and then you went on Strava.
I know. Daggone it. It didn't show my run. I kind of had this secret hope that the Strava or my watch or something would realize, all right, this knucklehead just forgot to start.
Nope.
And when I started up again, it would close that gap because I magically went from point B to point A.
Well, they do. Some watches do have the feature where when you stop, it'll pause, and then when.
Yeah, auto stop.
Yeah.
I'm sure mine has it, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first started running, I got frustrated with it because I'd slow down, and it was like, yeah, you're done. And I'm like, no, I'm still moving.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to run fast for a second to get the start back.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I just slowed down a little bit to catch my breath.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're too slow.
Yeah.
We're just going to stop you there, bub. If
Yeah,
you're going to
I'm
walk, then, it's not right.
Yeah, I'm doing this to my benefit, so then you don't have to call 911. So keep recording my walk, or.
I will say this. I was running in, this is back when I first started running, probably 3-4 years ago. And we were in Gatlinburg, Tennessee for soccer. And I was on one of the trails, and it pops out near a ranger station. And, it's a couple miles, couple hills, gravel trail, pretty neat. Nice trail, beautiful trail. And popped out at the ranger station and, going down the road a little bit, and the ranger idles up beside me. I'm like, hey. He's like, you okay? Doing all right? It's like, yeah. So, and then I get back to the hotel, and Kel looks at me and he's like, man, you all right? What's this about?
Yeah.
He's like, you look peaked.
Yeah.
You look a little pale. I was like, huh. Looked in the mirror and I was like, all right, yeah, now I know why the ranger asked me that.
Yeah, no wonder why you had an ambulance on standby.
Well, I was just like, why would a ranger be hassling me? Which he was super nice, but I was just
Right.
like, I'm just out jogging, man.
Yeah, why would he care what you're doing?
But he's like, this fool's going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Somebody monitors going.
Yeah. Everybody get your cameras on him, and as
we-
soon as he stops.
Yeah, we got a not so in shape guy thinking he is in shape, and he's running on the trail where there's no help. Somebody sweep through behind him, make sure he's okay.
They probably have a code for that. We got a code yellow.
Yeah.
Green kangaroo.
Yeah.
There's a green kangaroo on this trail.
Everybody stay vigilant.
But yeah, I got back and Kel asked me the same thing. I was like, daggone it, am I really that out of shape and that bad? I guess so. Anyway, ranger just doing a good deed.
Now you just protecting a liability.
Yeah.
Move on, sir. Go die somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you call somebody to come get you? I don't think you're gonna make it back,
Yeah,
and I don't even know where you're going.
Yeah, you don't have to die at home, but you can't die here.
Yeah. How funny. Anyway, stuff I get myself into. All right. Anything else on the Apple products?
Nope, I think that covers it unless there's another bug
Gosh.
in Apple system that we haven't heard about yet.
Hey, listen, you got to save something for next week.
Exactly.
Don't get too excited here, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody has any questions, you covered a lot of stuff today. Apple, of course, and then Apple again, and forward in between there, and then LastPass, which, I know you've been telling me about, Joe, but I really think Purple Monkey's going to be okay.
Okay, we'll
Green Kangaroo so far has been fantastic.
Yeah, report back next week and let me know how that works.
Yeah, but LastPass, always good stuff. So, Joe, you got a lot of good stuff there to help out the community. All right, and then, I think it's worth mentioning, you guys had a gift prize for the Wise Watch.
Yes.
At the Color Run. And
Yes.
A&M Digital Technologies supporting our fun and fitness run. And I know that sounds like program income, but it's not. It's just a donated good.
Right.
That's an inside joke for the Department of Ed. I hope they're Facebook stalking still. But anyway.
So I'm gonna say I still feel the heat from dealing with them.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't cooled off any.
Oh yeah, we're good now. The truth has come out. Anyway, my own soapbox for the day.
Yeah, people love those giveaways though. They're always
Oh
excited.
man. And that's, go on our Facebook page. You can see who won and all the good, cool pictures. And they're having a write-up in the newspaper this week. I saw Mr. Hedges came in yesterday to get some names from us, which we were halfway successful at.
Yeah, I think maybe that's this guy, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, A&M Digital Technologies.
Happy to do it, and I enjoy doing it, and I know Cena does too, because one, everybody likes a free try to get a giveaway.
Oh yeah, and that's a nice one. That's not like just giving away trinkets. That's a nice giveaway.
Yeah, that's what and that's what we like about it. Is like it's something nice, and it falls right in line with
the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Well, Joe, if anybody needs to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you or Cena?
You can give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltech.com, or follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and Instagram at AM Digital Tech for all that. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Help Desk with Joe and Dave. We're on all the major platforms, and all of our episodes are hosted by Anchor.fm.
Nice. Justin, I have a quiz question for you.
All right.
Are you ready?
Shoot, yep.
Clear your mind. Okay. What is Joe's phone number at A&M Digital Technology? I'm just going to precede this with, you've heard it 115 times.
Okay.
Go for Justin.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't get it. Does it have a 4-5 in it? 927. Oh, man.
You got the 927 part right.
That's my time where I zone out a little bit.
I'm gonna say
that part of the show.
I'm going to tell you though, don't feel bad, because when Joe started to say his phone number, it just hit me. I was like, I wonder if I know his phone number. I was like, I do not.
Well, I was gonna say
I do not.
I was gonna say in Justice's defense, by this point in the show, he's had his fill of our nonsense. But
I don't even know it. I mean, I've heard it 115 times just in this format. But imagine all the preceding years that I've heard your phone number.
This is true,
and I don't know it. I know the 927 part, but, and I agree with Justin. It might have a 4 or a 5 in it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. What an attempt, right?
Yeah.
There's a 4. There's a 5.
I'm gonna say,
maybe.
You guys are starting to sound like Tommy Boy. 2-4 9er.
Is there a niner?
Yeah. Are you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Hold on now. That is a classic Tommy Boy scene.
Yes.
Niner. Foxtrot Zulu.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. So let me see.
I'm trying to hear it in my head.
I know. That's why I did the same thing. I tried to predict it, and I was like, I can hear Joe's voice. Oh, man. 7? Well, you got 3 of the 10 numbers thrown out there, so
I just start count. Just to start.
1588.
Nope.
Crap.
We got the last 2.
All right. No 9ers, but an 88.
Yeah.
It helps that 2 of them are the same.
Yeah.
4, 5, 8, 8.
You got 3 of the 4.
588's correct?
Yes.
Daggone.
3, 5, 8, 8.
It's
Yes.
not-
Yes.
It is 3?
3, 5, 8, 8.
That did not sound right to me. I was like, 1588, 4588 sounded good, but I would have 3 would have been my
8,
last
2, 4,
guess.
5. I was like thinking.
9 or
That's
588.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's where we're at in our day. Is that I've heard this 115 times, and I still don't know Joe's number. It's kind of crazy though, because I had my good buddy at a soccer game. He's like, "Hey, can I borrow your phone to make a quick call to my kid here?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Wait a minute, you know your kid's number?" And it actually was his wife. And he's like, "No, it's my wife, and I've known her number forever, so I know it." He goes,
Yeah.
"But," and he's like, "But no, if you asked me my kid's number, I'd never know." And I was
Yeah.
like, "I don't know anybody's number."
Yeah.
I mean, I literally don't know anybody's.
Yeah.
I recognize my mom's,
Yeah.
but I don't know that I could piece it together.
Well, that's like I know Cena's, I know my sister's, I know my mom's. I don't know Dad's. Dad's is just in my phone.
Right? That's what I mean. I have everybody's name.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know numbers because I just never see. Well, I've
Right.
heard your number 115 times and still don't know it. But anyway, all right. Well, great show today, guys. And Joe, as always, thank you so much. And a
Thank you,
big
Greg.
supporter, you and Cena, the community, A&M Digital Technologies, coming through in the collar run with a Wise Watch giveaway, which you guys have done every run rate for a long time, right?
Got a streak
Yeah.
going. Yep.
That's kind of crazy, man. You guys donating a lot to the community. And, of course, power and everything behind our studio here at Patch. We're in Spencer, West Virginia, at the Patch Turned Up Studio. And, of course, as we sit here with, 3, 4, 5 computers just in this one little room.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the computers. You had to come in early this morning and look at some computers because, man, we do all our timesheets are electronic.
Yes.
At all our sites and our stuff, and you have to take care of all that. And it's after school time, so we're rolling laptops out the
Yeah.
door to get to our site so that folks can time in, time out, and print out all the reports and stuff. So
Yeah, because for some reason people like getting paid.
yeah, and they like it when their computer works and it shows them timing in, timing out.
Yeah.
Very important things.
Yes.
So anyway, A&M Digital Technology behind the scenes doing all that heavy lifting for us here at Patch. So we appreciate it very much, and make sure you come out to our next run. It'll be the Skeleton Scoot, I believe.
Nut Run.
The Nut Run
That's
first. That's
right.
right. Gosh.
October 16th.
So October 16th, the big Nut Run for the
Yep.
Black Walnut Festival.
Now, is it all still downtown?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up, it started literally
Start
right
out
in
at your
front-
house.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to stand out in the yard and make a joke. Yeah, look at all the nuts running to town.
Yeah. I've been there. I've been to your house to
I
run.
I remember.
That's scary.
That's
You're like,
been
who is that guy? He definitely not going to make it. Long way to town.
Yeah.
That might have been back when I was teaching, though. So
Yeah, it was that. That's well. I was gonna say they have it.
So you'd have known me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I remember you. Yeah, you coming out.
Yeah.
Then for whatever reason they moved it to town a few years ago, and
Yeah, I think it was just too much traffic blocked on 119 for too long time.
yeah, I think so too.
Because it's hard. 119 on, is.
Well, and you had the people that would do the walk.
Oh, yeah, slow walking.
Yeah, and then you're tying up 119 for literally 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, it's an awesome event. We partner with Roan General Hospital and the Fitness Center as always, and the city of Spencer. So the Nut Run coming up here October 16th. Everybody start planning. We're planning on another big group of people coming out. It's always been big anyway, and then following
the
off the success of the
Weather
color run.
last year was terrible, but still had
Yeah.
a decent turnout. So
Nice. Okay.
as long as I don't pick the date, we'll be all right.
Yeah. If Justin announces it, it's gonna thunderstorm or
Yeah.
snow or something.
Yeah. Now, Justin, I am going to tell on you. He was sitting there bragging Saturday. He goes, "Hey, it's not raining yet." And I said, "Hey, bite your tongue." I said, "The day's not over with yet, and the race isn't anywhere near started."
Well, you know what's funny? We saw the video of the start, and everybody throws the powder, and Justin's set up on the downwind side. And you see
Covering
the
the-
powder come
covering-
in. You see him start waving frantically and trying to wipe stuff down. I'm like, yep, Dustin just got powdered. Computer and everything.
So there, Justin, it didn't rain, but there you go.
Oh, yeah. Karma still got him.
Yep.
So that's what you get. You sit up downwind on a powder day. It's funny, though, because you can see him frantically wiping. And we're like, what the heck? Oh, the powder.
Well, at least I didn't get that call, Monday morning,
Yeah,
yesterday
yeah.
morning. Hey, Joe, my computer's not working. What's wrong, Justin? There's some kind of powder blowing out of it.
It seems caked with powder.
Yeah.
Different colors. I don't know. Weird stuff. Anyway. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you for another great show. 115 in the books. We'll be back next week. And as always, Joe with A&M Digital Technologies here with Justin and discussing the newest and greatest and technology news and everything you need to know for the general consumer and general public. So if you have any questions, contact us. Otherwise, we'll catch up with everybody next week. Have a fantastic week. Let me get our intro or outro going. Bam. Okay.
Joe, what's